Welcome to the Stagecode podcast with Paris and Bec.
This podcast is all about bodybuilding, raw and unfiltered, from off-season to stage day and everything in between.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Stagecode podcast. We are on episode number 3.
Oh,
Woohoo!
good.
Finally.
And we're starting on record time today.
Also, we're doing visual now, so not just audio. Hello,
Hey
if you're
guys.
watching. I got a new computer and it's very much working for us.
We're leveling up.
We are absolutely leveling up. So that's a win in our favor. Only
Yeah.
episode 3 and we're already, figuring it all out, which is good.
I know, look at us go. We've already got some fans too. All my family's been commenting on
I
the
know,
podcast.
I'm like, oh, who is that? I'm like, oh, it's just his style.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
now,
bless.
shout out to my sister's boyfriend. He's our number one fan.
He is a hype girl. He is definitely hype girl.
Yeah.
We
Never
love him.
seen a bodybuilding show in his life, but he said, I think he's going to come to my show, so that'll give him a good taste.
Yeah, definitely. Good.
Yeah, he's our fan.
Yeah,
so
I love
shout out Noah.
Yeah,
if you're
we love
listening.
you. Thank you for the support.
Best brother-in-law. Sorry,
Yes.
Zach.
Yeah.
That's my other brother-in-law.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's
You got to
listened
step
yet,
up
but
though. You got to step up. Like,
yeah, you got to earn those brownie points.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. You're the sister to please for sure.
Yeah,
100%.
100%. Well, today we're going to talk about the cost of competing.
Yeah, because it is in fact sending us broke.
Yeah.
But we love it. It's a love sport, 100%.
Yeah. Just pretend like the money's not coming into your bank account.
Yeah.
It's not coming in, it's not coming out.
Yeah.
It's free.
It's free. It balances out and it's so fun.
It's like
you can always earn more.
It's like
earn more
girl
money.
math. Like
Yeah.
it's worth it.
Yeah,
Like when you get
100%.
to look like that and you get to go through it, it's girl math, which means basically free.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's what we'll tell ourselves anyway.
Yeah, basically free.
Okay, so we are pretty much just going to break it down for you guys, like bit by bit of how much everything is kind of what you should expect to kind of pay.
No BS.
Yeah, absolutely no BS. And obviously there's going to be different variances in like different federations, obviously how many shows you do, how many divisions you do, all that kind of stuff. But we'll give you kind of like a base / on the probably the higher end.
Yeah.
Of if you were to do probably, either IFBB or ICN, because that's obviously what we've done. So yeah.
Because I think a lot of people think like, oh, bikini and coaching, cool, like I'm set.
Yeah.
But there's so much more that goes into it. Once you actually get into it and you go, oh, like.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And like if you're not financially stable at the start, like you better believe you're not going to be, like if you can't, if you're not sure if you can afford coaching right from the start, you better believe you're not going to be able to afford anything else in prep.
Yeah. If you can't afford your weekly coaching and your weekly groceries, then don't do it.
Don't do it. No way. Yeah.
Get a bit of savings. Or that's another thing. Like if you're thinking, I want to compete next year or I want to compete in the next 6 months, start saving right now.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like you started saving like the moment you stepped off stage for like this.
Yeah,
time,
I didn't
right?
save as much as I wanted to now that I'm in prep because I did go to Japan and do all those things. But like, even if you can put away $20 a week, like even if it's not a huge sum, just put it away because every dollar is going to help you in the long run. And then it takes that stress off as well
during prep.
Prep because you don't want to be stressed financially and you don't want to be having to pick up extra shifts at work when you're in the depths and you're tired and you're hungry and you're angry. You don't want to be like working overtime.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's something that I didn't really fully realize until when we were in prep and going from like the first show that I did. So I did Sydney Super Bodies and then I legit had no money left over. Like I couldn't afford to do the national show because I just couldn't afford it. So I think definitely understanding that, going into, if you wanted to do more than one show, and I always try and highly recommend it if you can kind of push, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, sometimes it's like 4. I'd highly recommend trying to push for like whether it's a national show or state championships or whatever it may be. Definitely worthwhile because like you've done so much hard work and you can literally be on stage for like 5 minutes and then that's it. So
and you don't want the reason that's holding you back. Like you would rather be held back by your body or like something like that. Like being held back by money is a little bit disappointing.
It's disheartening.
You know that you've put in all this hard work and it just comes down to, like I can't afford it.
Yeah.
You don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah. Because I knew I could have kept going. I knew I could have done, and obviously doing so well, like I wasn't expecting to do well in my first show too. And then to be obviously not really able to afford that. Obviously you have to have like a bit of a think to be like, okay, like I was even contemplating like a wallet wizard loan or something like that. And I was like, I remember like asking my mum for money and then something happened and she couldn't afford it. I was like, "That's so fine, like, it is what it is, right? It's like it meant to be." But also, if I had known that going into it, then it would have been a different
Mm,
story. So, with that being said, we're gonna kinda just break it down bit
yeah,
by bit,
and I just
right?
wanna quickly say sorry, Beck,
No, love that.
you don't need to be, like, rich, like, you don't need to be
Oh,
well
no.
off, like, I am not anything special, like, I work a very standard job,
Yeah,
very standard pay, earn a very standard living,
yeah,
and, like, you can make it work.
yeah.
Like, if you wanna make it work, you'll make it work.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It's the same with anything, right? Like, if you wanna go on a
Yeah.
holiday, you save up for the
Yeah,
holiday.
like, I don't wanna give people this wrong idea that you have to
It's
be earning a certain amount of money or you
yeah.
have to be successful to be able to do it. Like, it is achievable. You just need to plan ahead.
Yeah, 100%. And
Yeah.
obviously, like, if it wasn't achievable, there wouldn't be so many people that are doing it as well,
Exactly.
right? So,
Yeah.
yes, it is. It's just probably more so we want you to know what you're going into,
Yes. Know what you're getting yourself and
especially
your bank
before
account
prep.
into.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, especially before prep. So, with that being said, yeah, we're just gonna kinda list through and kind of chat through some of the things. So, obviously, everything is, you can go like a cheaper option for like your bikini, and you don't have to get like a posing bikini, but these are all things that, most people would kind of wanna do, and I definitely did right from the start, right? Like, I didn't get a posing bikini because that was kind of a little bit later in my bodybuilding career that kind of
Mhm.
started to be a thing. Um, and I had just kinda got used to posing in, like, swimmers or my, G-banger and crop or
Yep.
whatever. Um, but yeah, so it's not completely necessary, but definitely could be potentially beneficial.
Beneficial,
Yeah,
yeah. And if
for
you wanna
sure.
set yourself up successfully
Yeah,
and
definitely.
yeah, these are kind of the things that you should sort of be spending your
Yeah.
money on or will be spending your money on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first thing is obviously your bikini. That's probably something that I think a lot of people don't know exactly how expensive they are. When it comes to so I've bought 3 bikinis in my life, which like holy moly to think that. Oh, oh. So
That's a house deposit, no.
literally, yeah, 100%. Like, oh my god. Um, so roughly between probably 650 to like 750 per bikini. So you're obviously talking like the sparkles, the custom fit, like the whole shebang. So that's just for like an IFBB or an ICN. If you're going into like an FMG type style,
Mm.
which is so much more, so you're looking at a couple of grand on
Yeah, you're
for
looking at,
there.
like, probably minimum 12 to
Yeah,
$1,500, I'm
yeah,
pretty sure,
yeah,
for those
absolutely.
FMG.
You can obviously get secondhand ones and, you can go like marketplace and all that, but at the end of the day, like, you obviously want it to be fitting you specifically.
Mm.
So you kind of tend to just to take that stress. It's funny, like you take the stress away of making sure it fits, but then obviously it's a bit of a financial burden. So, you know, figure out what you think is, more important
Yeah.
and kind of go from that. But
And there are, like, options as well, like, I wanted to spend a little bit less on my bikini, like, I was a uni student at the time, and so I was like, "I'm gonna cut costs wherever I can."
yeah,
So I did a little DIY on my bikini. I had just the plain bikini sent to me, and then I purchased the bling, and I put all the bling on by myself, so that is an option to kinda cut down costs if you wanted to, and like Beck said, you can rent and you can get ready-made ones that you didn't custom, you didn't pick the color and the bling and all of that sort of stuff. But it's an individual thing, like, it's
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
you wanna spend your wherever you wanna spend during your prep.
Yeah, definitely. And I will say as well, like there's so many different types of bikinis out there as well. Like you've got your molded and your
Mm.
the like the ones that are kind of like a padded bra type thing,
Yeah, and then you got more
more
triangle bikini
triangle,
style
yeah,
sort
a
of
bit more
ones.
like
Yeah.
rounded cup. Like there's so many different types out there. And I remember buying my very first one, and I just didn't feel like it fit quite right, but then I went for another bikini for, like, my 2nd season, and I hated it. I looked so bad in it just 'cause it didn't suit my body. I have such a long torso, and this one was really like, it was quite a small triangle, like, in the top, and it did not make my body look good at all. So then I
Mm.
went back to, like, the original kind of style, but obviously like different color and fit differently and stuff. And the other thing as well, obviously, as you go through, ideally you'd want to be growing and stuff like that. So you're probably going to need maybe a bigger size here or, whatever. So it's going to be a little bit iffy as to whether you can kind of keep that
Same
original one
bikini,
the
yeah.
whole time, which can be a little bit iffy. But yeah, so that's bikinis. Then we've got heels, which look, I go through, what's it called? Shoe Me. And I think I probably pay, like, maybe 120 for my
Mm.
heels, but I know the shoe fairy can be upwards of kind of $200.
Yeah, 200 to 250. Yeah,
Yeah,
250 is probably getting up there. And
yeah,
then again, like, FMG and all those sorts of
Or
ones,
yeah,
like
the custom, yeah.
you don't wear the clear made heels, you get them to match your like, you get them custom made sort of to match your bikini, so
Yeah,
then you're looking at even more expensive.
yeah,
But if you're looking at ICN, IFBB, it's just the clear sort of style heels.
yeah,
And then in saying that, like, you don't need to get heels with bling because sometimes those ones may be more expensive, but
yeah,
it's not a necessity. Obviously, if you want to do that,
yeah,
go right ahead, but
yeah,
it's
you don't
not.
need to have the bling on the
Yeah.
heels, they can just be completely clear.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
mine were around that 120 to
Yeah,
150
yeah, I think mine were
maybe
maybe, yeah,
mark. Yeah.
150, but yeah. That's heels?
Um,
Oh, yeah, the posing
Posing
bikini.
bikini,
Yeah,
yeah, which again, it's not like a must, as Beck was saying before. It can definitely help during your check-ins and stuff because you can kind of see how it's gonna sit on your body similar to, your show bikini, so then your coach can kind of change the angle of how you project your glutes or your shoulder or whatever because they know that that's where like that your sorry, I'm trying to think of the words, like how your body's gonna be hidden or shown by the
yes.
bikini.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
100%.
I didn't have one personally, like, I did the same thing as Beck, I just did it in my bikini,
Yeah,
but it's definitely a good thing to have, I think, like, I'm
yeah.
gonna get one for this season.
Yeah, definitely, and it does help, like, especially as a coach, you can, depending on where your underwear sit or your, swimmers sit, it can hide your upper glute. So
Mm.
maybe, like, if I can't see your upper glute, I'm like, "Oh, we need to do so much more upper glute." But when you
It
put on
could
a
be there,
posing, it could
it's
be
just
there, it's just
hidden,
hidden,
yeah, under
right?
what you're
So,
wearing.
yeah, it can definitely change the shape of your glutes, and like I said, like, when it comes to the top, it can definitely change how you look in your front pose,
Mm,
as well. So
for sure.
yeah, definitely something to look into, and obviously it'll kinda give you a little bit of an understanding of what you're wanting as well as far as your bikini too. Um,
Yeah, like, if you want more of the molded cup
yeah,
or the more relaxed triangle cup,
yeah,
it's a good way to decide with that.
yeah,
And then next would be, posing lessons. So posing lessons are definitely a necessity. I wouldn't
yes.
think as an athlete, I wouldn't go ahead thinking I'm going to self learn this.
Oh,
Like
no. Oh, no, no.
just as much as you need a coach to get you through the prep, but like food training wise, you definitely need a posing coach. And we're not just saying that because we
Because we are
are posing
yeah,
coaches. Like we're being 100% honest.
yeah,
You need a posing coach because you can 100% tell the difference between the girls that have it and guys as well, the girls that have it and the girls that don't.
yeah,
So obviously each coach is going to be a bit of a variation, but if you're looking across most coaches, you're looking at anywhere from like 100 to 120, 150, anywhere around that sort of mark
yeah,
per session,
yeah,
and you're probably gonna get at least probably 6 sessions
yeah,
minimum
yeah.
throughout your prep.
Again, like, I think I mentioned it last podcast is I think I only had, like, 4 or 6 sessions, and I wish I could go back and,
Mm,
like, shake myself and say, "You need more," because
yeah,
like, even looking back at how my posing was, yes, I might have won, whatever, but at the same time, I could have done so much better if I had my posing, a lot more,
yeah.
well, just
For
better
instance,
in
I'm
general.
in prep right now, and I'm doing a session with my coach every 3
Yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
so that's quite a few
Yeah, I
throughout
think
my
every,
whole
like,
prep.
fortnight to 3 weeks is probably good. I think it's ideal. Obviously, depending on your, your level into
Like your
competing.
experience, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So obviously Paris is, has she's got a lot of experience and stuff. So it's just kind of more like refining certain things. Whereas other people that just don't feel like they have the confidence, they don't really know what they're doing. Maybe they're learning a new federation, a new style of posing. Definitely more that, for sure that the fortnightly would be
Mm.
way more beneficial. So yeah, I think that's definitely something to consider.
Yeah, it's gonna be individual, right?
Yeah.
Because, for example, like, I'm only on my 4th lesson with this coach, and we already have my entire routine down,
Yeah.
and we're now just refining everything, so, like, the rest of my prep is just gonna be perfecting that.
Yeah.
But for some people, their 1st lesson could literally just be spent on their front pose,
Oh, yeah,
and that's it.
definitely. Yeah.
Like,
Like, if we were gonna be taking someone very new, it would be like, "Okay, let's just go through, yeah, maybe that front
maybe
pose."
just your 1st pose.
Yeah,
That could be it
yeah,
because everyone is gonna cater to it
yeah,
differently. Everyone's gonna
100%.
adapt to it differently.
Yeah, definitely. So that's, posing coaching, and then I guess that kinda leads us right into coaching. So, obviously, again, every coach is gonna have a different price. Like, I know obviously over in if you're gonna go for, like, a States, coach, like, they're gonna be they're a lot. They're expensive, like,
Yeah,
those
or
really
someone
top
that's
ones.
huge with millions of
Yeah,
followers, ones
yeah,
like that. Yeah, you're
yeah, like
looking at very expensive.
yeah, and I think as like, not to diss anyone or anything like that, but
Mhm.
obviously thinking about, like, those coaches that have so many under their like, in prep or whatever it is, it's like, how do you know that you're getting the most, like, specific coaching as
Mm.
well? Like, I feel like I mean, my coach was amazing. He was great, and he's like the bikini coach of, like,
Yeah.
Australia, but he's very good at his job, and he's been doing it for such a long time. And not to toot my own horn or anything, but I was a very easy client. Like, my body kind of did what it was supposed to do. Like, I had a very kind of smooth-ish preps too. So it'd be difficult to be like, someone that's having a lot of, whether it's digestive issues or they've got some health issues or whatever it may be. And then, you've got a coach that has like 200 clients in prep. Like, that
Mm.
would be tricky.
Yeah, like, for example, I was messaging Beck over the last 3 days because my body was having issues,
Yeah.
and she was replying to me straight away.
Yeah. We
Whereas,
developed
like, if
plans. Yeah.
I had a coach that has 300 bikini clients, he might not see my message for 5 days,
Yeah.
and then I'm left in the dark, and I'm kinda going, "Well, what do I do? Like, I'm having these issues with food, like, what do I change? What do I do?"
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good to give those, like,
Well,
smaller coaches the opportunity because you're gonna get a lot more, I think, in depth and a lot
yeah.
more face to face,
Yeah.
and a lot more
Feedback
personal
as well.
coaching.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not to I feel like we're just
Yeah,
trying to
not to
sell
say
ourselves
anything.
or sell me.
Yeah, and not to say anything about these big coaches, like, obviously, they're great for a reason,
Yeah.
but especially as a first-time competitor,
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
think it's great to go with someone who isn't on Instagram with 1,000,000 followers.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. So there you're looking at kind of about $100 plus per week. So probably minimum would be like $100 per week, and then, again, ranging up to like I know some coaches that they charge like 250 a week for in
Mm.
prep clients.
Yeah.
So obviously it's probably going to be a little bit cheaper,
And then
in
obviously
off
if you're
season.
doing an in-person session as well, like, you might
Yes.
be doing in person or you could be strictly online, so
Yeah.
it's gonna vary there as
Yeah,
well.
definitely. Yeah. So that would be coaching. Next, we'll go through jewelry. So, it's not an absolute like they're not going to judge you, like mark you down for not having jewelry, but it's very like it's just something that you just do. Some federations won't mark you down. Some will probably. Some of them are not. It's stated in their rules that it's not mandatory to have jewelry, but you kind of just do it because it at the end of the day you get judged on your overall look.
And it adds to the look.
It adds to the
It kind
look,
of
right?
finishes the
Yeah,
look.
exactly. Ties it all up in like a neat little bow and kind of gives that a little bit more class, a little bit more, femininity, I guess.
Mm.
So definitely like if someone came to me and was like, I don't think I'm gonna do jewelry, I'd be like, take mine. Like if they're like, I can't
Yeah.
afford it, I'm like, take my jewelry.
And we're
Like,
not saying you need
please
to go
wear
to,
it.
like, Swarovski
Oh
and spend,
no.
like, $200 on a pair of earrings, like,
No.
that's not
No,
necessary.
absolutely not. You can just go to, what's the
Lovisa,
Lavisa,
yeah,
yeah.
or, like,
Um,
even, like, Kmart, honestly, like,
Absolutely.
it's gonna be on you for just the day, like, it's
Yeah.
not your everyday jewelry.
Yeah.
Um,
You can definitely cheap out on it.
yeah,
Because
and it's from
as long
far
as
o
it
they're looking
sparkles.
at it from far away. As long
Yeah.
as it's got
Yeah.
that shimmer and sparkle
Which
under
it
the
should
light,
immediately. Yeah.
then you're fine.
Yeah, yeah, you'll be sweet with that. So that's probably roughly about, $150, maybe going up to 200 depending on how many different I remember like for my last show, I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna want. So I kind of got a little bit, I went a little bit extra and got kind of a little bit more of a few certain options.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to try it on with my bikini and stuff like that too. So and then I just was too lazy to take it back. So I just kind of kept it. But obviously I can, lend that to, like, my clients and stuff like that. So that there's definitely an investment in there for me
Mm.
personally. But yeah, you might find that you might need to, depending on obviously how it wears. I think sometimes you probably feel like you might need to, like, upgrade it every time you compete because, like, thinking about it, right, you're competing and it might be a year in between. They might get a little bit, a little bit icky, a little bit gross. So it might be a thing that you might have to do every single season that you do, but
Yeah.
again, it's
It's not
definitely
a
not
huge
necessary.
cost,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely not a huge cost. Let's chat about hair.
Hair, yeah, well, hair's a big one. Hair is very important, I
Hair,
think,
yes.
like, it just really, really adds to the look, and you definitely get judged on
Oh, yeah.
how your hair looks.
Oh, yeah.
So, I would definitely recommend getting your hair done, especially girls that are blonde. I'm not blonde anymore, but I was very blonde for my
Yeah,
show. Personally, leading up to my show, I had 2 appointments,
yeah.
because I really wanted my hair to look perfect. Like, I wanted that. Oh, bless you.
Sorry.
I wanted that perfect crisp blonde.
Yeah.
Being a brunette now, it's a little bit less maintenance, but I will still get my hair done freshly before my
Oh, yeah.
upcoming show because you want like that, even just that glossy,
Yes.
shiny,
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
your hair never looks the same when you do it yourself.
Oh, never.
Like, if I could just wash it, like, cool, but it's not gonna look as good as when my hairdresser washes
Yeah,
it.
yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah.
I would definitely recommend getting your hair done.
And then if you're talking, hair extensions and stuff, you obviously need to have it matching, your
Yeah.
like, your hair matching your extensions too. So, yeah, definitely either way, highly recommend
Yeah.
doing that
Get
for
your
sure.
hair done.
Also, like, the feeling of getting your hair done, like, towards the end of prep, especially if it's peak week when you don't really have
Yes.
all too much
Oh,
cardio left, like, you try
I
and
got
book
mine
your
done, like,
appointment in.
3 days before my show, and I was
Yeah.
just, like,
No more
in the
cardio, just, like,
hairdresser.
yeah, just cark it out, like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is the best feeling." That head massage, oh,
Yeah.
damn, knowing that it's not gonna get sweaty from cardio,
Yeah, but then
best
you're in
feeling
there
ever.
eating your lunch at the hairdresser's, like,
Yeah,
"Sorry,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
peak week, I'm
Yeah.
eating lots of carbs."
Like, "This is the best day ever."
Yeah, "I'm getting my hair done, I'm eating carbs."
Yeah. I don't have to do cardio.
Yeah. But hair, you're looking at like, depending on what you've got, like, blonde, you're looking at more expensive. Like,
Yeah.
personally, I know because I have been blonde and now I'm brunette. Probably brunette, you're looking at about half the cost of
Oh, yeah.
being blonde.
Yeah.
So that's, like, a personal choice why part of the reason I went brunette.
Yeah, so fair.
I think my hair was probably around that $400 mark for
Yeah.
blonde.
Yeah.
And then obviously a bit less being brunette.
Yeah, which will definitely help leading into your show for
Yeah.
sure. So, yeah, I think about obviously, depending where you go, what you get done, all that kind of stuff, but, yeah, about that $400 for, like, just for that one appointment beforehand, whether it's, if you go for a little bit more before that, then just to
Mm.
help lighten it up if you're gonna be blonde, but, yeah, definitely looking at that $400, for that one appointment, and then obviously, if you get things like hair extensions, like, I have quite thin wispy hair, so I absolutely need especially for IFBB, because again, they do really judge that overall package, right? So your hair, they judge literally hair, makeup, jewelry, tan,
10, yeah.
like they've definitely been marked down. It's so funny as well, like this is probably a little bit off track, but looking at my hair like in comparison to all of my different shows. So like the Sydney girls at IFBB are amazing. Makeup, hair, they look so good. Loved everything. Going into the Melbourne and even overseas, I'm like, how if I someone that doesn't know anything about hair, if I can see in my
Beck's a
photos.
hair in bun every day
Oh,
type of
yeah,
girl, like,
yeah.
just throw it in.
Like this right now in the clip, like,
Yeah.
you're lucky you're getting this because normally it's like a top knot on my head. Like, I don't know anything about hair, but if I can see in my photos that, like, I've just got 3 big, like, curls that aren't, like, brushed out or
Mm.
anything, I'm like, "Why did I pay a bajillion dollars," especially when I was overseas, for you to not even, like, run your fingers through? And I don't know what the back of my hair looks like.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, man." And I just look at the photos and I'm, like, twitching, like, "That's what
Mm.
I look
And
like."
you can't go back on it now.
So, I don't know where I was going with this. Anyway, making sure that obviously when you get because obviously you'd wanna document it, you wanna get all the photos and stuff, so, like, you wanna make sure that you have, a nice full kind of luscious
Head
locks
of
of
hair.
hair, right?
Yeah.
That's all I can remember
I don't know how to
say to.
describe it, but it just adds to the look, like,
Yeah, yeah. And
it's
again, you're getting judged in it, right? So you don't
mm.
want something like that to be the thing that kinda lets you
Yeah,
down.
you don't wanna have the perfect body and there you go, "Oh, her
Yeah.
hair looks shocking."
'Cause sometimes that can be literally what that some 2 people can be just smashing it out there, looking amazing. The judges don't really know, like, they're pretty
They can't
even as far
decide,
as,
yeah.
the obviously, it's like you'll have 7 judges or 5 judges or whatever it is and, majority rules type thing. And if honestly, if it comes down to that, it's gonna be like whose hair looks better.
Yeah,
It can absolutely
100%.
do that. So, yeah, that's definitely something to keep in mind. Um Alright, so your other little bits and pieces, like your nails,
Just, yeah, little things like that.
like that, kind of looking at about $100-ish for
'Cause you
that
wanna get your don't
before.
forget to ladies, to get your toes done as well, 'cause you
Yes,
do see your toes.
definitely. Yeah, for sure. And then obviously if you're kinda wanting I think as well, like a lot of people go, "Oh, I have to have like a really fancy design or whatever." You absolutely don't. Just as long as they're done, the judges can't see what's on your actual
Yeah.
nails.
And if I can recommend as well, I wouldn't get anything to match your bikini
Oh,
because
no, please
you
do not
don't
go
know what's
color.
gonna happen on the day. Like,
Yeah.
you don't know that like, you'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I'm wearing purple, my bikini's purple." You rock up on the day, your purple bikini breaks, some random girl at the back has to loan you her green bikini,
Yeah.
and then now you have purple
Purple,
nails and a
yeah,
green bikini.
yeah. Also,
So
it just looks
just
tacky,
yeah,
I
just get,
feel.
like, French or
Yeah.
just a baby
Pink,
pink,
yeah,
like
some kind
yeah,
of neutral vibes for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, 100%. Toes, like, you could probably, I don't know, do whatever, but, like, I would just go like a white or
Yeah,
like
I
a
wouldn't get, like,
French.
fluoro yellow because
Yeah,
then they're just
yeah.
gonna look at your toes the
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like
100%. And then okay, so that's probably all, like, the
or ha makeup per show,
oh, yeah,
like,
so
as
per
well.
show, yeah, so let's
And
go
tan,
through
let's
I
go
was gonna
talk
say,
makeup
so
and tan.
even, like, the makeup and the hair, you're probably looking at about $370 for, like, the show day makeup and hair. And obviously that's per show as well, right? So if you do more than that, it's gonna be more than that. Tan, again, each different federation is gonna have different, costing, but for IFBB, the Pro Tan, they do it's pretty much about $300 per show as well. So that includes your base tan, your top coat tan, and any kind of, like, touch-ups or anything like that. So sorry, 2 so the base tan you wash off, the next day you get your next tan, and then the show day you get a tan as well. So there's a lot of tanning going on. But they also do touch-ups and stuff like that, before you step on stage. Like, Pro Tan is, like, amazing. Like, the girls in Pro Tan, Andrea, she's the
Mm.
best.
They want you to present
Could yeah,
their product well on stage at the end of the day.
yeah,
Everyone knows
100%.
you're in pro tan, so,
Yeah,
like, they don't want you going on stage and people going, "Oh, look
look
at
how
that girl's
disgusting.
tan, it's
Yeah,
all patchy," or whatever. So
yeah.
they're gonna give you a good
And they're really good
what's
as
the
well,
word?
like, if
Good
you're
presentation of your
yeah,
tan.
for sure. If you're too pale, like, even sometimes coaches will be like, "Go and get another coat." They won't charge extra for it because, like, obviously everyone's skin takes it differently as well. So, like, someone obviously going in a little bit more tan compared to someone else, they might need only those 2,
Mm.
2 coats, kinda, or 2
And
top coats.
if you're thinking of cutting costs and you're thinking, "I'm just gonna go down the street to the random lady down at the salon
Or not the
in
same.
my main street," don't do it.
Don't
Or
do
if
it at
you're
all.
like, "I'm gonna get some Bondi sands and I'm gonna chuck on 10 layers at home,"
Yeah.
don't do it because you can tell the difference between you've got 7 girls on stage and 6 girls have done their tan with
Yeah.
Pro Tan and
Yeah.
they look perfect, and then you've got Sharon who went down to the local salon in the back corner
Got a bronzed
and got, like,
bronze
level
shower.
3
Yeah,
bronze
yeah,
and she looks green.
yeah.
Like, so
Oh,
you can
yeah.
tell when someone has gone a different way with their tan.
Yeah.
Just go with who the federation
Yeah,
provides. Even if it's
100%.
expensive,
It's
it's
worth
worth
it, yeah.
it.
A million,
Do not
thousand
cut
gazillion
costs with your
percent.
tan.
Yeah, never at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the girls, like, I know that especially for the pro tan, like, in IFBB, it's kind of, like, worldly known that, like, she's amazing. Like, she's tried to be
Mm.
poached from gift to overseas and stuff like that, and they're like, "No, no." So,
Yeah.
like, definitely worth it, like, worth the product, worth the service, everything,
Yeah.
highly, highly worth it. Um, so yeah, did we chat about extensions? Can't remember
We
if we
did.
chatted about
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
about $600 for extensions. Um, okay, let's go through did we go yeah, we went through hair and makeup, all that kind of stuff. So let's go through, like, your registrations and stuff like that for shows. So, again, each federation is different. For IFBB, it's about $150 Australian, so it's actually $100, USD because it's through the NPC feder
Worldwide.
yeah, worldwide, federation. And then so that's just to get your membership to actually be able to compete. And then from there, you have your show day registration. So NPC membership to actually be able to compete in IFBB in Australia. And then it is $250 per class per show. So say, for example, I did True Novice, so like first timers or beginners, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
True Novice, Novice, and Open. So that would be obviously $750 just for one show.
Yep.
And then obviously if you do state and national, it all goes up from there. Whereas Paris, yours was ICN.
Yeah, ICN from memory, like I didn't fact check, so I'm just going purely off memory of 2 years ago. I believe it was around maybe like 120, somewhere between 100 and 200 to do your registration to ICN. That lasts you 1 year, so that will cover you for any cost for any show that you wanna do that year. And then it was $200 to enter your first category. And then for each category you wanted to do on top of that, I think it was $80. So, like, if you just wanted to do opens, 200 bucks
Yep,
plus your, registration to the federation, but
yep,
obviously you wanna do as many as possible. So,
yeah, for
like,
sure.
I did 5, so I'd be looking at $200 plus the others. I'd be looking at around what the math, like
Yeah,
600,
yep,
500, somewhere around there.
sure.
Yeah.
I can't
I
math
could
that.
be wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
good at
Whatever that
maths.
equals.
Yeah. You do the math.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, and with ICN, you pay that. I remember being like, you pay it in an envelope and like cash on the day.
Yeah.
It's
So it's
like,
kinda good though with ICN, you get the opportunity to save that money because you
yes,
don't have to give it to them until, like, the day before your show
yeah,
or the
yeah,
day either the day before or the day of, I can't exactly remember, but
yeah. I
it
can't
might have been
remember.
the day
I think it's
before
the
when you get your base
reg.
tan, I think,
Yeah, you do your
potentially.
registration like for the show and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is for the federations, for the registration, sorry. And then obviously we're looking at all the other little bits and pieces, right? So like your accommodation if you're staying somewhere. Obviously we definitely highly recommend staying close to the venue
Yeah, for
the
sure.
night before the show. And then depending on like again for IFBB because you have tan 2 days before, 1 day before, and then show day. I always recommend, like, so say, for example, I'm gonna compete on the Sunday, go down on the Friday because that's when you're gonna get your first tan. So then you're staying, what, 2 nights rather than just, like, the 1 like you
Yeah.
would for ICN. So just, again, kinda depending on, where you're going, all that kinda stuff. Obviously, you're looking at for 2 nights stay, you could be looking at around 300 to kind of $500.
Mm.
And then, again, if you're traveling somewhere, we're going like for IFBB, the national show is in Melbourne. So you're going down to Melbourne, obviously, whether you fly or drive. And then again, you're probably going to stay there for a little bit on the longer side. I think we drove down on like the Thursday, I think, to Melbourne. And then so we stayed, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. The last thing you want to be doing is driving back
Yeah, no.
the
Especially if
night
your
of the
show
show.
runs late at, like,
Oh,
six
yeah.
o'clock, 7 o'clock, like,
Yeah,
you do not
expect
wanna get
that
on
to
a
happen.
flight that
Yeah,
night.
yeah,
Yeah.
100%. So, you're looking at, 4 to 5 nights, especially if you wanna kind of tack a holiday on the end of the back end of that as
Yeah,
well,
like, you
so
wanna go out
'cause
for
you're
dinner the
there
night of your
yeah,
show and yeah,
yeah.
Gold Coast or Melbourne, wherever it may be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because obviously, like, especially if it's your last show that you're doing for your season, you can't really enjoy where you're going for the first little bit, so you kinda wanna stay a little bit longer post and then
You
enjoy
best
that, have a
believe
little bit
Sunday night in
oh, yeah.
Melbourne, I'm going to get a fat feed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
haven't quite thought about it yet because it's so far away,
Oh,
but
yeah, no. Don't do that to yourself.
I'll have a whole plan. My last prep, I had in my notes app exactly what I was ordering from the restaurant, probably about 4 weeks ahead.
Yeah.
I was ready to go, so I'll be doing the same thing. And Melbourne, there's so much food, so it'll be
Oh,
great.
yeah, Melbourne is, like, amazing for
Yeah.
food. I had no idea what I was gonna have
Oh,
post
I had it
my show.
fully planned
To be
out.
fair, I was over in Canada, I had no idea anything
Yeah.
about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely get a good feed over there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Lots of fatty foods.
It was so bad, and 'cause my show ran so late too, there was, like, nothing open.
Mm.
Anyway.
Except for fast food.
Yeah, yeah, I literally got Popeye's chicken, and I was
Yeah.
so disappointed, it was horrible. But anyway,
Yes,
that'll
that's
be
the worst.
that'll be a
Yeah.
next week conversation.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is, yeah, accommodation, obviously talking about flights depending where you're going. I'll be completely honest with you, so just for my Canada trip that I competed overseas, I did about 5 to 6 grand. It was
Yeah.
right. So that's obviously flights, accommodation, and I stayed obviously it was like, I think just over a week maybe. That's talking visas, everything, right? So,
Mm.
yeah, there was quite a lot there.
Yeah. You'll
And then
touch on that more
yeah,
in
we'll touch on that more
next
next
week's
week, but again,
episode.
if you're kinda thinking overseas, definitely like a couple of grand.
Double what you've
Yeah,
already gonna save
yeah,
for prep.
yeah, easily. And then other things like your photos and videos and stuff like that. So IFBB or both actually, every federation would have an option
A
to do a
media
video.
provider. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So you get your definitely do like your photos and stuff. So with I feel like it's with for both of them, you have the option if you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, highly recommend, definitely do it.
I didn't do it and I regret not doing it.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
that tells you anything.
yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure you can get them for a certain amount after show as well.
I think so,
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
And I think there's like photo and video or just photo
Just photos.
options. Like
Yeah.
if you're not a huge video on
Yeah.
Instagram, like you're not gonna use it for TikTok or whatever,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
could probably just get the photos.
yeah. Depending on so I would probably say, like, if anything, definitely get your photos for sure. So there's different packages that they have, whether you want 10 downloaded photos or 20 downloaded photos. So you're looking at between 120 to $180 there. And then obviously videos are gonna be I'm pretty sure from memory it was like 250 to $350 for like a 30-second video. Like it's, not a lot at all. I do wish that I did that for my Melbourne show. I
So did
think
you just do
I
photos?
just did photos,
Yeah.
yeah. And so you can also just like buy individual photos. So I think it's like $10 per
If
photo
you're
as
like,
well.
oh, I like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So there's definitely different options there. But at the same time, it's so hard to fork out when you've spent already so much money, like that much money for like a 30-second clip. But they do a really
Yeah.
good job though. Like
Like, you're
it's so
listening
cool.
to
It's
us
like
and you're
slow
like,
mo.
"Oh, like $120," but, like, you've already just
Yeah,
spent 5K in
yeah,
the last
yeah,
6 months. So
yeah.
that 120, you're like, "Ooh."
Do I really need it? But
Yeah.
like photos, definitely, I think it's like a big, yeah, for sure.
And,
Definitely
like,
do
you
that.
may never do it again. Like, you
Yeah,
may never get on stage again. So
yeah,
just get the photo. It's a
yeah,
great memory.
yeah.
You could show your children. If you're single, you can chuck it on your Tinder bio, like,
Yeah,
Tinder bio,
100%.
like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
just get it.
yeah, definitely. And then all your other little bits and pieces, like your food.
Like, throughout your prep, like,
Yeah.
the whole time. Food, your gym membership, obviously. And then another one that I feel like a lot of people don't touch on is, like, recovery, because it's really, really
Very important.
beneficial if you
Yeah,
can afford it to get massages, saunas,
yeah,
ice baths, all those things
all those
during
things.
your prep.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
your body is going through it,
Oh,
like, and
yeah.
it wants that extra
It
recovery.
needs
It
a
wants that
recovery.
massage,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah, massages are, like, I feel like kind of from definitely from, like, 10 weeks out, you kinda wanna be looking at getting a massage, I reckon, every fortnight to 3 weeks, for sure, just because you're like, think about it, your body is absolutely going through the ringer, right? It's doing cardio probably every day. You know, you're doing 10,000 plus steps, you're posing, which is like, oof, that's hard on the
You
body.
just feel, like, stiff, like, you just
So
don't
stiff.
feel calm and
Yeah,
relaxed, and you want your body to be calm, especially before getting on stage, like, you wanna be just super calm,
yeah.
super chilled, relaxed.
I remember I had a voucher from my birthday and I used that, like, in my peak week. And it was so good. It was,
Mm.
like, perfect. I had, like, a little spa
Yeah,
massage. I
nice.
think it was so good. But, yeah, definitely highly recommend that. The other thing as well, so obviously you can, like, think about this kind of stuff when it's, your birthday and, like, Christmas time and stuff like that. Like, get your family to chip in for it and, like,
Mm.
there's definitely ways that you can kind of be like, "Okay, well, for my birthday, you can pay for my heels," or,
Yeah.
you know, "For Christmas, you can pay for my jewelry," or whatever.
Yeah, take advantage
I
of it
don't
for
I
sure.
mean, if you're lucky enough for them to pay for your bikini, like,
Yeah,
crazy. Like, go you. But, yeah.
must be nice.
Yeah, yeah, must be nice, yeah. But, yeah, definitely just kind of, yeah, figuring all that out, though. And then so we did a nice little total for you guys.
Yeah, and we both went,
Ooh!
like, when we
'Cause
saw the total and I was like,
it's
"Oh
fine to just,
gosh."
like, list it all out, whatever, you're like, "Oh,
And
yeah,
it's over, like, months of time, so
yeah,
it's you don't see it in a chunk.
yeah, no." But when it's a
When
chunk,
you visualize it in a
whoa.
chunk.
So we calculated with everything that we just kinda listed there, not including, like, your Canada trip and, like, your food and stuff like that that you spend every week and your Canada trip because you're all gonna go to
You're all
Canada.
going to
Yeah.
Canada. Surprise.
But if you do any overseas or anything like that, and it's just kinda based off, like, one show, right? So just take that into consideration. You're looking at about 7.5 grand. Ooh. And that is, like we said, for everything that's kind of more, in, talking about, like, the IFBB/ICN. So obviously, if you're gonna go for, like, more FMG,
You're probably
like,
looking at, like,
doubling that.
double that
Yeah, for
because 'cause
sure.
you're spending,
So
like, a
much more
quarter
on
of
the
that just on
yeah,
your bikini.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So and then they do I'm pretty sure, or is it that's maybe not FMG. Does the FMG do, the media day and stuff like that?
Yeah, they do, like, a media night, so you're
Yeah,
looking at a gown as well
yeah,
for
yeah,
that, and
yeah.
it's a lot, and then they do, I think they do, like, dress up or, like, they do extra
Yeah, there's
features, like,
other
on your
different
bikini, there's so
yeah,
many different that's a very much that's why it's glamour, like
yeah,
FMG,
yeah, fitness
because it
glamour.
is glamour, like
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, fitness what is it? Muscle glamour?
fitness, muscle, glamour,
Yeah,
I'm fairly
yeah,
sure.
yeah, so, like, extra, 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 extra everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so definitely, yeah, save for sure. We can absolutely it's our biggest recommendation is save,
Yeah.
save, save.
Even if you're competing in 2030, like,
Yeah,
just start
save,
saving
yeah,
now.
for
And that's
sure.
why Beck's going into
Yeah, that's
retirement.
why yeah, after my I think that's kinda why I was like, "You know what? Screw it, let's just go to Canada and just smash that." 'Cause in my mind,
You
I was
don't
like, "I
know.
think it's gonna
Yeah.
be, the last kinda hurrah." And I was like, "I've always wanted to compete overseas, so I just did it." But yeah, it's expensive.
Yeah. I don't wanna speak too soon, but this could potentially be my last season because I wanna buy a house,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is, like, so expensive,
Yeah,
so
yeah. Especially
we'll
these days.
see. Like, never say never.
Yeah,
I might
that's it.
compete in masters when I'm, like, 35.
Yeah,
Who knows?
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the cost of competing.
Yeah.
I'll
Shall
give
we
a little
go
prep
yeah, let's go
update.
into some prep update.
So think I miscalculated last week. So
Yeah,
I'm
I feel like
actually
you did too.
I think I'm 20. I think by the time you listen to this, I'll be 20 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah,
20 weeks out. I
yeah.
think I said 22 last
Yeah,
week.
I
So
think you did too, and
I'm
then I was
already
calculating,
I'm
and I was
already
like
stuffing it up. But um yeah, so it's definitely been an interesting start. I didn't lose any weight in my first like
she's been tested, that's for
yeah, so
sure.
my first 2.5 weeks, I didn't lose any weight. I'll be fully transparent. It was quite disappointing, and Beck was like, "It's okay, like, let's just relax." We made a slight change to cardio. We were gonna wait, until I did my next check and wait till the next week, but then I saw Beck in the gym and I was like, I was having a bit of a moment on that
Yeah.
day. It was literally 2 days ago, and I was just feeling so frustrated because I'm obviously, it's only been 2.5 weeks, but I'm putting in all the work and I'm
Yeah.
doing the steps. Like, I know I'm not cheating myself,
No.
so I was getting really frustrated. I was like, "I haven't even lost 100 grams."
Yeah.
Like, my weight was just the same every day. Like, it
Yeah.
was just like,
Which is really
like
interesting. Like,
yeah.
firstly, like, how?
How? Because I'm
Secondly,
doing way more
obviously,
steps,
it sucks that
cardio, less
yeah.
cows, you know?
And, like, it's enough time, like, so me as a coach, I understand, like, it's enough time obviously, we do wanna kinda wait and just see what the body does, but also, A, we're on a time limit, and B, it was enough time for there to have some kind of a change, and there wasn't.
Yeah.
So and I think as well because we had done that mini cut before, we kind of had like, there was always gonna be a plan B that we probably thought was gonna have to be it. And I think after, you saw like, I saw you in the gym, it was like, "Okay, let's just do it anyway."
Yeah.
That it's no harm in trying, and it gives us plenty of time still, rather than just being like, "Oh, let's just wait. Oh, let's just wait." Like, no,
Yeah,
no.
because you can only wait so long.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I was doing at the we started out with more of a higher intensity cardio, which we did in my last prep, and that was fine. It was perfect. It was all good. But I was doing 3 20-minute Stairmaster sessions a week at like 150 to 170. Again, this is all tailored to me, so don't take this as recommendations.
Yeah.
Um, and just nothing was happening. Like, I was doing the cardio and I was suffering on the
Yeah.
Stairmaster.
Do
And I'm
I
suffering
actually
for what? Like,
yeah.
nothing's happening. So Beck was like, "Okay, let's shift to a lower intensity for a longer period of time." So I'm now doing 4 30-minute sessions of incline walking at a lower heart rate. And I did that for 1 day and I had a weight drop. I did that yesterday and I woke up and I finally had a weight drop, and
Yeah.
oh my God, I got on the scale and I was so happy.
Yeah.
I lost 500 grams overnight, so I was absolutely cheering.
Which we love.
And I think we were having some troubles there with some food as
Yes.
well. So I was saying to Beck, most of my food that I'm eating now, I was eating during off season. Um, but I was having pumpkin, and we thought that it could have been the pumpkin because I remember the end of my last prep, I got a bit funny with pumpkin. I was getting a bit bloated and a bit TMI, a bit gassy.
Yeah.
Um,
No such thing as
yeah,
TMI on this
no
podcast,
TMI
guys. You're
here.
gonna hear about everything.
So we took away the pumpkin as of Monday. So
Yeah.
this is Thursday when we're recording. We took away the pumpkin from Monday, Tuesday, and still the same. I was
Nothing.
still bloated. I was still gassy. Like, I sent back a video and like I looked like I was expecting,
Yeah.
and my belly was all hard, and I was like, "What? It's obviously not the pumpkin because
Yeah.
we've taken that away." I did a little bit of a Doctor Google, and it said that green beans, which I was also having, which I wasn't really having in off season,
Yeah.
that could be causing the issue. Took away green beans yesterday.
Body loves it.
Yeah, no bloating, no farts.
Matt's a happy
Yeah,
partner.
I'm not stinky out the bedroom any
But honestly though, guys, like, it can literally be that one little thing, that
Yeah,
one tiny little
like
thing,
100 grams of green beans
like
was affecting me
nothing,
so much.
like a small handful,
Mm,
and it can be, yeah, like, literally the make or break in, like,
mm,
how your body reacts and how it responds.
yeah. So hopefully now, like, I continue on that trend of weight
Yeah,
loss,
yeah.
hopefully. Um, hopefully I make up for the last 2.5
Yeah, you
weeks.
just have a massive drop, like
Yeah, it would be nice. Wait,
yeah,
hopefully I lose a kilo
yeah.
tomorrow, but still feeling good, like still feeling fine. Like, obviously I've had a slight drop in calories as well with that
Yeah,
increase
we
in
did
cardio,
have a
but
tiny bit.
not massive
Oh,
at
yeah, I
all.
think it
Like,
was, like,
so
50
subtle,
or so.
like not really noticeable
No.
day to day. So yeah, I'm still feeling totally fine. Like, obviously I have little moments where I'm like, that chocolate would be really yummy, or like a donut would be really yummy, but it's not like a
I'm gonna
taking
have it,
over
I'm
my
gonna need it.
brain, and
Yeah.
I'm not tired, I'm not hungry, I'm not like, I'm a little bit hungry, like, during between meals because 'cause I'm like, sometimes I would have an extra snack here and there in off
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
but yeah, I still don't feel as though I'm, like, in it.
In
So,
yeah,
yeah, we're
which
chugging
is
along,
good,
which is
yeah.
good. So hopefully next week I'll have another good update. So this was a
Yeah.
good update.
Yeah, definitely a good update for
If
sure.
we were recording the podcast on Tuesday, it would have been a different
Oh,
story.
yeah, for
Because
sure.
in the gym, I nearly started crying.
Yeah.
Um,
And this is the thing though, right, is like, again, having that like, it's obviously, I would hope that you'd message me anyway,
yeah.
but, like, we implemented a change then and there, and, like, again, because we've had that experience with each other, like, I know that, hey yeah, I knew there was no doubt in my mind that she was doing everything
Mm.
possible, so happy days, but at the same time, yeah, we don't really wanna be wasting all too much time either, so,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, we're still so far out, but it's like, just test the changes. Like, we
Yeah.
tested the pumpkin, it didn't work. We
Yeah.
tried something else, it
It
worked.
worked. Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than just sitting and waiting, and then I would get more frustrated and then more stress on my body, and then I probably wouldn't lose anything
Yeah.
because I'm stressed, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Because I do get quite
Yeah.
stressed.
Yeah.
I'm not feeling that at the moment,
Yeah.
which is good, which I wanna stay that way.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm happy that I had a drop, otherwise I probably would have been really stressed.
Yeah.
But
But yeah, that's the other thing as well. Like as a coach, I think it's kind of my job to make sure that, we try and keep those stress levels down as well, because
mm.
obviously that's, not good for anyone. But
Yeah, you're not like in my check-in, you're not like, "Oh, I'm so disappointed you
yeah,
haven't lost
no,
anything,"
absolutely not.
or "This is really worrisome." Like,
Yeah,
you're not saying anything like that. You're
no.
just saying, "Okay, let's make a
It is what
change,
it is.
see
Let's
what
do it.
happens.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, we'll change something
Yeah,
else." No
definitely.
biggie.
Yeah. And this is as well, like, I was gonna say it's kind of important to have that, like, be more on like a food plan. Because if Paris was changing her food like every single day, it'd be so much harder to
To
know
identify
exactly
what
what
was
it
wrong.
was,
Yeah, like,
right?
if I'm
Like,
still eating my like, you can still eat your calories and macros, but if I'm having rice one day and pasta one day and avocado this day and this,
yeah,
that, that,
yeah.
it's like, "Oh,
What is it
what's
specifically?
causing it?"
And obviously we kind of strategized and really kind of figured out, okay, well, at what stage are we kind of getting bloated and blah, blah, blah. I also did a little bit of a change with some of your food as well, but, like from the check-in too, just to kind of make a little bit more sense of, where we have fats and carbs and all that. But yeah, there's definitely it's interesting though how just one little food can make such a massive difference. So
And I knew it was my
not s
dinner because I was
yeah,
eating all throughout the day and feeling fine, and then,
yeah,
like, 3 hours after dinner, I'm like, "What's happening to my
yeah,
stomach?"
yeah.
So you just need to, like, in your prep, really important to listen to your body
Oh, so important,
and
so
pick
important.
up on those things.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, hopefully, next time we'll be even happier,
Yeah,
but definitely happy with this prep, this prep,
this prep.
this
Woo!
check-in,
Yeah, good.
so
It'll be a
far,
good
this little
check-in
update.
this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. So, but yeah, I think that's pretty much
Yeah,
everything.
that's
Training's
it
feeling
for
good,
us. Yeah, training's fine.
loving your program.
I'm doing a lot of core stuff, like,
So much cool.
just going doing core stuff every day, and I'm like, "Ow," like, my abs are ripping apart. I'm like, "How do people do this every day?" But
It will get easier, I promise.
yeah, apart from that, yeah, everything's fine,
Yeah. Ooh, happy
as
days.
it should be
Yeah,
3
this
weeks in.
yeah. I'd be very worried if it was like, "I'm dying.
Yeah.
I'm
We'll
so
see how
tired
I
and
feel in,
hungry."
like, 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. I can't wait. I can't wait to be, like, doing this podcast and you're like,
Yeah, and I'm
"Guys."
like, "Alright, Beck, you gotta talk.
Yeah. And I'll be like, "La, la, la, la,
I
la."
just gotta sit here and do nothing."
Yeah, just say yeah.
And then I'll be like, "No, shut up, you're annoying me now." Like,
Yeah.
"Sorry, guys,
Yeah,
15-minute episodes is all
yeah.
you're gonna get
That's
when
all you're
I'm in
getting.
prep." Nah, just kidding, just kidding. But yeah, thanks for listening to
Yeah.
episode 3. Again, if you're not on Instagram, like, follow us on Instagram at the stage code. Like, and I think you can turn notifications on as well so you can see when we post. But
Yeah,
we're gonna post like every Monday on the podcast.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
so, Spotify and Apple
Oh
Podcasts
yeah,
now.
sorry, I forgot Apple
Yes,
Podcasts.
yeah,
Perfect.
definitely. And yeah, it gives we'll probably put this on YouTube too because visuals, so why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, like, comment,
Yeah.
subscribe, share, all the things.
Yeah. Well,
And yeah,
thanks,
if
guys.
you guys have any questions though as well, I can't remember if I said this last time, but
Oh my god, sorry, I'm
no, you
interrupting
go. Yeah, no,
to
I
my
love
brain.
no.
My sister and her boyfriend actually had a question.
Ooh, we
So
love
they
this.
actually I should play the recording.
Okay, yeah,
So
do
they
it.
actually sent in a recording,
I love that.
and my sister was, like, telling her boyfriend, she's like, "Stop, like, she's not gonna be able to play this," because he was being, like, inappropriate.
We love that.
Okay, yeah, they're asking about the rear pose, so we'll just touch on this quickly before we wrap it up.
I love that.
They're talking about the rear pose in a bikini girl when you turn to face your rear to the judges.
Yeah.
And they just don't know why we do it. And I explained it's because you wanna show off that X shape. You wanna show you the wide shoulders, like the wide lats, and then the tiny waist, and then it's a way to show your glute hamstring tie-in
Yeah.
as well. So it's just really another way of presenting the X shape.
Yeah.
Because like, there's not really many other ways you could sort of face the rear and show that X.
And if you were just standing like normally without kind of pushing your glutes back, you're not going to be able to see A, the shape of your glute, but B, the hamstring tie-in. Like even when you see like girls walking on stage and they don't walk with their glutes lifted, it just looks like an empty sack of
They've got no
potatoes. Like,
shape through the
yeah,
glute.
they've
Yeah.
got nothing, right? It's just like an empty, just blah. So the reason why we have to like push so much back and up is to kind of push the muscle into the skin to make the like glute
That
look,
roundness of the
better.
glute.
And
Yeah.
obviously again, like show that glute ham tie in as well. But that's so funny. I used to get that question all the time. Why do you guys
Like,
walk
why are you
like you have a
sticking your
stick up
butt to
your
the
butt?
stage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you have to walk like that? And I'm like, it's to make sure A, our glutes look good, and B, you can't see the fat jiggle because there's
Yeah.
gonna be some kind of
Because
fat
you
there.
get so flat and so depleted that if you just walk normally, it just looks like a flappy pancake.
Yeah, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Which you can see like on some girls when they aren't doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why. I love that
So,
question.
yeah, I'm
That's
glad I
good.
remembered that. I'm glad you
Well,
brought that up.
yeah.
So, yeah, if you guys do have any
Yeah, and
questions,
we love all weird questions like
yeah,
that. Like,
send the voice
please.
notes,
Yeah.
send the DMs. So we've got email as well. You can shoot us an email.
Yeah.
It's thestagecode@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah, through Instagram at the
And you
stage
can
code.
remain anonymous. Like,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
can call you out like I did my sister, or you
Yeah.
can remain anonymous. But
Yeah.
they're gonna listen to this, so I have to call them out.
Yeah,
So,
that's so fair. No, we love that. We appreciate you and your questions and your hyping us up.
yeah. But yeah, thanks guys for listening, and
Thank
we'll
you.
talk to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.